Hey everyone, Season 6 of The Dragon Prince is coming out this week, and over the past months we have spent quite a lot of time crafting theories, sifting through teasers, promo footage, posters, and now recently the official trailer for everything that we can piece together about Season 6 and beyond. The thing is, soon we will actually have a lot of those questions answered. We'll soon see what theories hold up and what thoughts were us literally just grasping at straws. While I'm excited for that, it's also a little sad each time a theory dies. However, this does give us an opportunity to take a look at all the theories that we have formed and actually filter through which ones I personally stand with. That's right, today I'll go over my personal expectations for Season 6, what I hope we will get to see, and what theories I think will actually come into fruition with this next season. What is important to notice is that just because I don't think a theory will be answered in Season 6 doesn't mean it isn't eventually going to be part of the canon in the future, as we will still have one season guaranteed, and if these seasons go well, who knows, we might even get more, a spin-off show maybe, or books or games. Also, it's important to mention that I have not seen Season 6. Obviously when this releases, Season 6 is not even out yet, but I also didn't see the first episode and I heard very little about it. All of that being said, I'm genuinely very hopeful for the 6th season, and I really think that they'll knock it out of the park with this one. Quickly, before we start, I'll be streaming on the 27th of July at 7:30 p.m. CEST to live react and review the season, and we might do more streams, and I'll definitely try to get a Discord set up where we can do watch parties as well, so let me know if you're interested in any of that. I sadly won't be able to make breakdowns right as the season drops since I had a vacation planned the week after, but don't worry, I'll keep the content coming for you guys. That all being out of the way, let's actually get to it. Let's start with my hope, since I don't have to be completely realistic with it, but things I'd like to see happening or revealed. The most obvious is Aravos. I really hope that he will be freed at the end of the season. Icing on the cake would be if he actually already fights as well in this season, where we can see truly some of his power. I don't know if you know the show Dota Dragon's Blood, it's a TV show on Netflix, but I really hope he will use his powers kind of like the Invoker does in that show. Keeping in theme, I really hope that we will get to see more of Aravos in this season in general, hopefully with other characters as well. Interactions between him and Callum were amazing, and I really hope that he gets to talk more with Claudia and that they can build up a relationship with each other the way Viren has with Aravos. Not only would that make Aravos more present in the show, but also make Claudia more threatening and give her a chance to expand on her character even more. I really hope with Aravos is that freeing him won't be something that will take up multiple episodes. Like, when we get to that point, I feel like we should really just get over that hurdle quite quickly and focus more on the impact that will have. I also really hope that we get a ton more of Aravos' backstory, why he doesn't like Startouch elves, and what exactly led him to being a fallen Startouch elf. I realize he's designed to be mysterious, but I feel like we will have reached the point where the story should fall into place for the most part. Specifically, I'd like to see younger Aravos interacting with Zadia, Aravos interacting with Startouch elves, and interacting with humans. Maybe the moment he introduced dark magic to them. This would be really cool, and with the Celestial elves being connected to the Startouch elves, this season would have an amazing opportunity for all of this. Other than Aravos, I really hope that Rayla and Callum will manage to get past the whole thing that happened between season 3 and 4. Like, it's kind of made their scenes a lot less impactful since they always had to juggle the fact that they grew apart. And yes, this is very accurate, and I definitely think that they'd still need to talk about it and actually clear it up, but I hope they don't spend too much time on that and spend more time on actually getting back to the way their duo bounced off each other so well in earlier seasons. Also, please, can we not get introduced to more things that we have never ever heard about before, just for Rayla to randomly say, oh yeah, I got to know this, that was while I was gone. That just doesn't work. Sticking with Rayla, I hope that Rayla can get back to using her assassin trained skills to fight the way she did in earlier season and against Kim Dale. The fighting choreography has always been quite strong, and the combination of Rayla's skills with Callum's magic mixed in with some emotional connection will make for some really great action scenes. The more random hopes I have is that for one, we'll get to know more about Earthblood elves through the Mushroom Mage, also that Terry will either be able to talk to Claudia and actually be treated normally, or that he recognizes he's in a toxic relationship and at least try to get out. Sword having actual character defining moments would be quite a massive win, since his character has taken a backseat after the 3rd season, and I really hope we get to see him fighting again. That was literally his role in Catullus, and it hasn't been utilized at all these past seasons. The closest we got was early season 4 against the Drake Riders. Speaking of drakes, I would love to see Erebos reveal he has a Star Devourer form, or that we even get to see him as a dragon. Very honestly, I hope that we don't get too much revealed about the Star Scraper, just enough to fuel more theories, since I really think that this would let them answer many questions while still giving us weirdly obsessed people enough to still craft all sorts of new theories. In the Frozen Sea though, I hope we will actually get to learn more about Callum's father, and more than just them finding a paper that quickly mentions it. I think the theories that I covered in a video about this topic would still be quite nice ways of introducing that information without derailing too much. This brings us to what is actually realistic. For one, we will definitely get a full flashback scene with Erebos. I'm so convinced that if we don't actually get it, I will personally write one and upload my version of it. Please, if anyone who worked on the Dragon Prince is watching this, please just add it if you haven't yet. I cannot animate for the life of me. Other things I think we'll get is Terry at least starting to doubt his relationship with Claudia. I really think they'll be on shaky ground. Whether or not it actually goes the full distance yet, we'll have to see. But it looks like a safe bet. Another quite safe bet is that the baker will in fact create another new snack and give it a wacky name, most likely before they leave Catullus for the Frozen Sea. Actually, you know what? Based on the fact that they're going somewhere cold, I'm going to assume that he'll make something hot. You already have coffee, hot chocolate, chocolate. Donut was the last thing we got, which was not related to anything. So what if we get like a pain au chocolat, or they'd probably have fun naming that. We could maybe also get something like filled beignets. Other than delicious pastries, I think Soren will indeed get some character development and fight scenes. He clearly has jelly tart all over his face here. He's just such a silly guy, but maybe that was just a food fight with others. Whether or not he will genuinely be able to live up to being a Catullus crown guard, we will only be able to see then. But at least it seems more likely than the previous seasons. Maybe one of the more controversial expectation is that I really don't think that Callum will learn the Star Arcanum. Yes, he will definitely try, but I don't think he'll manage to learn it, and most likely it will either lead to more exposition or bring him closer to Erebos' control. There are a couple more expectations, like the shot we got of Callum and Erebos, as well as Rayla fighting Renan, all being dream sequences, but there's really too little to be able to tell when or how it will come up. We will most likely get to know more about Kapar and his relationship to Viren, as officially in the show itself we haven't really gotten to see anything about that yet. I also expect Ithari to have at least built one weapon this season, because if we do not get any more Ithari, I will be sad. On a more basic level, I really hope but also expect that the show will have a lot fewer issues with the pacing. That's something that's persevered through seasons 4 and 5, and I really hope that they manage to fix that. On top of that, I expect that we will get a slower start, but then with episode 3 the action will start rolling and probably won't let up throughout the whole season. Whether or not this expectation holds up is something I'll definitely cover in my overall analysis of the season once it comes out. Finally, we have the theories that we have cooked up. Some we have crafted here, others were shared by other content creators or on Twitter or wherever. The real question is, which ones are actually realistic for this season? Personally, I think the best theory we have so far is the one about the forgotten archdragon. Obviously, we still haven't hashed out the exact details, but the idea that they had something to do with Luna Tenebris' disappearance, and that this pendant is acting some magic over it, as well as the fact that the color changed from its eyes from yellow to purple, where purple has been the color of possessed or corrupted things, I would say the idea that Erebos having influence over it is quite a safe bet. I think the final thing will be to see what exactly the pendant does, since moon magic has less to do with controlling someone or possession. Maybe it's acting as an illusion, where instead of making it change what the outside sees, it changes what the wearer sees, leading the dragon into some sort of mad rage. The other theory that I think is on point is that the Celestial Elves do use their blindfolds and some sort of process to tap into the Star Arcanum. I truly think that this is what Callum is trying to do at the Star Scraper, trying to connect to the Star Arcanum or reach the Starry Void. Another theory I'm very confident on is that the staves in the Star Scraper are indeed a form of the Nova Blade. I think there's a lot pointing to that, and it would make a lot of sense story-wise, and it would be a pretty great curveball where it isn't a sword but something more mage related, meaning Callum feels more like he can wield it. Outside of those though, I think for now we're just trying to piece together information and making something make sense. moments. I guess you could add that this scene will show Viren coming back, but I don't know if that counts as a full theory, and I doubt that that's all that's going on anyway. So I'm not fully sold yet. I'm still so glad to be crafting more theories, since just because they aren't confirmed yet doesn't mean they can't help shape other theories or be good to keep an eye out for more confirmation. The idea with the stars in the intro representing each of the Great Ones, the markings on the ground of the Star Scraper, Erebos having created the Spinning Sea, Leola being a Star Touch elf, if not the merciful one, all of these are solid. I just don't think we'll get to see confirmation of any of them in season 6. That brings us to the end of my thoughts before season 6. I still have so many theories I'm working out the details of, and many more that I chat about with you, but I'm interested in hearing from you. What are your hopes, your expectations, and theories that you stand by? I really wanted to get this out before the season so that I can compare when I will have watched the season to see what I got right and what I will have inevitably gotten wrong. I can't wait to cover the newest season when it comes out, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and like the video. I'll be bringing out many more breakdowns, analysis, live streams with you guys, and of course wacky but also reasonable theories. I can't wait to start this new chapter of the Dragon Prince. I'm on Twitter as well. I'll be posting there more, especially while I'm gone and can't actively work on videos, where I'll share my thoughts, theories, and general opinions on the newest season. I also just generally love chatting with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Probably next up, season 6, stars. Take care. Bye.